don't know where to start. Do you mind? Hi. If you don't know me, my name is Danny, and today I am beginning recovery from an eating disorder. Oh, that sounds so weird to say out loud. Just a wee disclaimer before I get into anything. I'm not going to be talking about any specific numbers, whether that be weight, height, calories, how long I went without a specific food or any specific behaviours, and I also won't be putting any photos of my sick body. I know that's not helpful at all. I know how competitive eating disorders are, and the last thing I want to do is make someone's situation worse. So this is a safe space and there will be none of that here. And yeah, I thought I'd just start out by explaining what is an eating disorder, or my take on what an eating disorder is. So my take on it is an eating disorder is a mental illness that can affect anybody of any gender, sex, race, ethnicity, age, size, anyone. An eating disorder is when someone uses food or exercise as a coping mechanism, whether that be for control or due to body image. It can look different on everyone, and there's different types of eating disorders. So there's the most commonly known ones, which are anorexia and bulimia, but there's also EDNOS or OSFED, which is like eating disorder not otherwise specified, binge eating disorder, orthorexia, and so many more that just people don't know exist. EDNOS and binge eating disorder are the two most common eating disorders. It is absolutely miserable, speaking from experience. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. Eating disorders have the highest mortality rate out of any mental illness, so it's very serious, and they are on a massive rise at the moment in the world. Sadly, due to, I think, COVID, but also social media and diet culture is just awful these days, like so bad. So I think it's really important to know what they are, because there's so many people getting affected by it. So I really recommend taking like 10-20 minutes out of your day to just kind of do a bit of basic research on the different kinds of eating disorders and how to help someone with an eating disorder, because if you come across a point in your life where you have a loved one struggling, it's really important to know how to help them. No eating disorder is the same. I'm not a medical professional, so this is all just from personal experience and like personal research. Personally, for me, I have been struggling with an eating disorder for 3 years approximately. I've experienced multiple different eating disorders, so I would kind of put myself in the EDNOS category. However, I haven't been officially diagnosed. Basically, my experience is that I've kind of jumped between different eating disorders every few months, which sounds totally bizarre, but I've experienced binge eating disorder, bulimia and anorexia, and it is awful. It is so draining. So that's why I have decided to start recovery, is because it's holding back my whole life. I'm extremely depressed and physically and mentally exhausted, and I've realised that I really need to get my beep sorted. I'm happy to do like a video kind of going more into depth of my journey over the 3 years, kind of taking it through step by step what I've been through. But that's just kind of the general thing for me. This is so weird to talk about, but hey. Now, I'm a pretty closed person. I don't tell people things at all, not even my therapist, which I don't recommend, okay? So you're probably wondering, Danny, why are you posting this online? This is your deepest, darkest secret and you're putting it online for anyone to see. Trust me, I'm asking myself that too. But the sole and only reason that I have gathered up the courage to begin recovery is because of other people doing the same thing. Alzani, who is a girl on YouTube, has posted her journey of recovery, and there's so many other ones. Roe Mitchell, I love Voices of Hope, so Jazz Thornton and Genevieve Moore, and the list goes on of some amazing people who have posted about their recovery and kind of shown me that it's okay to recover, and that there can be a life outside of an eating disorder. And so because of what they've done for me, if I could do that for just one person, if I could show one person that it's okay to recover, that would just make my whole life. That, like, oh, my dream in life is to help people, so if this is a way I can do it, I'll do it. I also just want to kind of break the stigma on social media that life is perfect, sunshine and rainbows, because it's not. And social media is a highlight reel. That girl you're jealous of, yeah, she's got her own issues as well. Nobody is perfect, and on social media it's kind of this expectation that everything you post is perfect and you're happy and you've got an amazing life. And anytime someone kind of really talks about struggling, it's kind of looked down upon, and I think that's just so wrong, because it creates this whole stigma around struggling with mental illness, and people think they should be ashamed of it, which they should not. So yeah, I'm also doing this to show people that they're not alone, and that we're in this together. Getting all inspirational here. So pretty much my general plan going ahead is I'm going to be posting most of my detailed stuff on YouTube, and then secondly TikTok, and then I'll do the occasional update on Instagram. But I'm just going to be posting anything and everything that people suggest or that I feel's right to post. Again, I'll never post triggering stuff, but I just want to show my journey in recovery, the highs, the lows, the crying, the celebrating, everything. I just want to be completely open, an open book, no filter. And to start out with, my next video is just going to be a kind of vlog style of the first few days of recovery for me. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing on social media. Please comment requests on videos you want to see, you think might be helpful, comment questions you might have for me. I am an open book, I'll say anything. Anything, to an extent, but anything. Recovery wise, I'm going for a somewhat gradual approach. That's just what is best suited to me, but recovery looks different for everyone. I cannot emphasize that enough. Some people need to go all in, some people don't. It's completely personal to you and what's best for you. I'm going to discuss this more with my dietitian tomorrow. I have all my appointments with my GP and dietitian tomorrow, and we're going to get a solid plan in place, but for now it's just going to be the gradual approach. One thing that terrifies me is the fact that I am starting recovery at a healthy weight. That might sound crazy to healthy people. When you have a restrictive eating disorder, you feel more valid if you're struggling more, which is so illogical. But I'm here to show you that you don't need to be in hospital with a feeding tube or underweight or dying to recover. And it terrifies me. Don't get me wrong, I'm freaking terrified, but I am not waiting for it to get to that point again. I'm just starting now. I'm not going to keep pushing it off. I'll just lose a little more weight and then start. No. No. This is your sign to start now. There's not going to be a perfect time to start. There never will be, and you're never going to be fully ready. You've just got to start. And believe me, it's scary. I haven't even started yet and I'm terrified, but I'm already excited for what's to come. Just thinking about finally getting food freedom and the thought of loving myself. I need to keep reminding myself that it's possible. I know I struggle a lot with feeling like I'm too far gone to be fixed, which is not true. So this is your sign. Start now. Join me. Do it with me, okay? I'm going to be your recovery bestie, okay? And we've got this. We can do this. So that's about it for my wee introduction. Please feel free to comment questions below. Check out my Instagram and my TikTok. I'll put the usernames on the screen. And comment video suggestions of what you'd like to see if you yourself are struggling or in recovery. Comment video suggestions that you might find helpful to you in your journey. And yeah, lots of love, and I will see you probably in like a week when I post my next YouTube video. I'll be active on TikTok between now and then. And yeah, so that's that. I feel like that was really awkward. Peace out.